My name is DeMonye, and I'm a pastor from Vancouver, Canada, and I love Exponential and what it does. And I had this crazy transformative moment there that changed my life and ministry forever. You see, I was brought into a church about 9 years ago as the receptionist of the church, and we had as a leader this incredible teaching, speaking, preaching pastor who was just like able to just cast vision and see life change. And man, don't we all long for that gift? My whole life, that's the gift that was elevated, this preaching platform gift, but that just hasn't been me. Like, I love people well. I'd be defined as a shepherd pastor, and that's what I like to do. But I got to travel with this guy and see him all over the place. And one time we went to Exponential in Orlando together, and I was struggling with my own gifts. I was seeing him connect with other leaders, people who I read, and they were respecting him, and I was just kind of like the understudy. In fact, one trip I went on, I had someone who told me that I was just an accessory to him. You see, this did things in my soul to make me think that my gifts were less than. And so that night, after hearing all this great talk in Orlando with the Spirit of God using us and leaning into our gifts and working through things in our lives and being who God made us to be, I was grieving who God made me to be. Why can't I be that catalytic leader? Why can't I be that visionary teacher? Why don't I have that anointed speaking gift? And I'm talking about this with my friend, and then I look over to the hotel, and there's a guy who's trying to get in. So I get out of the hot tub, I walk over, and I just use my key card to let him in. But I noticed that he's upset. Something's going on. So I asked him, "Are you okay?" He said, "No, I've actually lost somebody in my life who I love, and I didn't get to say goodbye." I said, "Well, do you have any spiritual beliefs? Do you believe in anything else?" He said, "No, and neither did she." I said, "Well, I believe there's a God who might want to comfort you right now. Do you mind if I pray for you?" In that moment, I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm half naked, dripping wet, and I just started praying the peace and healing of Jesus in his life, and he collapses into my arms, a stranger's arms. Now, I know crazy things happen in Florida, but I wasn't expecting this. And in that moment of holding this man and praying for him, I just felt the Spirit of God reminding me, this is good too. This is good too. I needed to know that my gifts were given to me intentionally by a Father who loves me. That the Spirit of God can use my gifts to still see him glorified and transform the world around me. And through Exponential, I had the opportunity to hear from great speakers and leaders, to have workshops that helped develop me and my understanding of what the Spirit of God might do through me, and it transformed me forever. I've been changed since then. When I get to speak, it's no longer about me. I'm on a teaching team over a church that's thriving and growing. It's incredible, but it's not about me anymore. I don't need to be made much of, but Jesus can be, and Jesus is, through me humbly using the gifts he's given me and being faithful to those, because those are good too. Exponential was a big part of that. So I'm thankful for how they serve, how they love, how they bring people together, how they help equip the church for the mission of Jesus in the world, and helped equip me for what he wanted me to be with my life as I continue to work hard to glorify him and make much of Jesus.